All right. Okay, y'all. What is up? This is everyone's favorite Minx. I can't share my screen anymore because I have my two-step, and TikTok was not TikTok. Instagram was like, "Fuck no. No. You ain't streaming live. You ain't doing that shit." All right, so we're going to talk about it. This is Wicked Observations. Wicked Observations is my little show that I have where I talk about things that I observe that people overlook because they are sheeple. And I came across some shit last night, and we're going to talk about it. Let me know in the comments if y'all can hear me because I'm hooked up to my system. Just let me know if you can hear me. Just put like a yes or no, or I don't know what I'm doing here. But listen, there is a lot of shit going on, and I need to talk about it. Last night, I was in my Discord, and we're gonna get into the conversations that need to be talked about because I'm also gonna upload this to YouTube. I am recording this for YouTube so you can hear it in its glory. So today is October the 11th. It is 7,700 days since 9/11, 2001. 33 days since the Queen's death. Right? Hold on. Let me close this door because I'm getting the glare. There we go. Now we in the dark. 33 weeks since the invasion of the Ukraine. And now you have a Russian general who was just appointed. His birthday is today. Cardi B's birthday is today. And what does this all mean? Like, why are we talking about birthdays? Well, listen to this shit. Now, if you are not in my Discord, then you're not going to be able to stay up to date of the things that I am observing and the things that I am talking about. So this is the general, the commander, his birthday. So when I talk about the news and how the news operates and decode, like in these decodes, you guys have to understand that, it's more than just, it's coincidence, because a lot of y'all are coincidence theorists, and that's cool, whatever helps you sleep at night. I don't, because I am observant, right? So they're using the number 33 a lot, right? 33 and 34 and 44, they're using those numbers a lot. So we have Galaxy 33, Galaxy 34 with a successful launch release. We have today that they are having a security council meeting regarding that bridge that blew up, right? They're doing this today, right? Then there was an article that talked about, because I kept saying to myself, why do I keep seeing the word like golden? I keep seeing the term golden. And I'm like, okay, it says a Boeing 777 flies low over the Golden Gate Bridge for Fleet Week, right? Because it is Fleet Week, right? What's up, Zelda Prince? So why was this significant? Why did we need to see a plane next to the Golden Gate Bridge? Why did they need to show us this, right? Because I've been saying for a long time, a lot of this predictive programming is going on, especially with the VR video that I showed you guys in my last stream when they were showing what it's like in VR if there was a nuclear blast. Now they're talking about besides the nuclear blast shit, like again, all this shit is predictive programming. They're getting you ready for it. So they're showing you these images and stuff so you can get ready for it, right? But I said to myself, it made me think immediately of Full House. And I said, Full House. Interesting. Full House has never been like filmed. Like, y'all know the everywhere you, that shit was never filmed in San Francisco like that because they were on set. So with this shit, they're talking about the only episode that they ever filmed in San Francisco. There was only one episode, and it was called Full House, Comet's Excellent Adventure. This was in 1994, this particular episode. So I said, interesting. And the fact that Full House is like it's in the card games, right? When you're playing, you're being dealt a hand, et cetera, et cetera. You're being dealt a hand where it's a full house, right? So Full House, Comet's Excellent Adventure. Funny that they named it that, right? Because Comet is a golden, you see how Comet is a golden retriever. Golden. Okay. So Comet's Excellent Adventure. Jesse was in a band. They got rid of him. Blah 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 blah. So they filmed this in that state at that time, which was interesting, right? So let's keep going. So today, NASA is also supposed to provide an update on the DART, which is the first planetary defense test. They're supposed to be doing that today too. Okay. So we're supposed to get a briefing on the DART, the asteroid that we launched technology into. And we're also supposed to get details in regards to the bombing that happened on that bridge, right? Now, this one, which I thought was a very interesting image, I was like, what is that? What is that? This is I'm going to read it to you exactly with the caption they said. In this 20-second exposure from October the 5th, a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carried the company's Crew Dragon spacecraft. A Crew Dragon. Right? Dragons. You see how they use these specific words like dragon spacecraft. Okay, cool. Now you remember the sun. We've been talking about the sun and my concerns about the activity on the sun. And it says that China just launched a solar observatory to study the sun. October the 9th. China launched its first comprehensive space-based solar telescope called Advanced Space Solar Observatory, ASOS, right? This was on Sunday. Okay, so I thought that this was very interesting. Hold on a second. Okay, so they said, hold on a second. They said that they launched their first comprehensive space-based solar telescope. Why? Hold on, let me fix this. Why? Why did they launch this? Now, I want you guys to understand that all of this is going to tie into what I've been talking about, because if they are launching a solar observatory to study the sun, right? We over here worrying about asteroids and moons. Obviously, China knows something that we don't, because they sat there and foot the bill because they said we need to observe the sun, right? Now, the word quaffle, I might be saying it wrong, but I don't speak that language and I don't know the correct dialect. It says Quafu is a giant in Chinese mythology, right? It is in Chinese mythology, it is wished to capture the sun. Capture. Why you want to capture the sun? Why you want to capture the sun? This is the artwork. They are trying to capture the sun, right? Now, this goes into the beginning of my research last night, which I thought was strange. I went to my website for Minx Radio, and I saw I had 119 page views last week. Don't laugh, but that's more engagement that I get from social media in general. So, yesterday night, this page, ICU.va, posted this, right? It says, in just a few hours, Ukrainians in the USA will take to the streets to call on the government to provide Ukraine with air defense systems and modern fighter jets to protect the sky. Find your city and join the rally, right? Okay. What I thought was strange is I said, why does this look so familiar? A yellow umbrella. Ella, Ella, right? What is this yellow umbrella for? So today they're saying hashtag close the sky. How do you close the sky? That sounds very feminine-ish to me. How do you close the sky? Arm Ukraine now. We done gave y'all everything. We done gave y'all everything. Who are y'all to even imply that we are remotely responsible for your safety as a country? That is your business. That's your business. It's not mine. Right? So, 24 rallies today for Close the Sky, a yellow umbrella ting. So I said, this looks kind of familiar to me. This looks kind of familiar to me. So you already know I ran to this bullshit calculator, which I already said earlier, fuck this calculator, gematria calculator. I'm just so upset and frustrated with how you guys are fucking moving. You know, you guys seem to think that, you know, you could paywall yourself because people had the word gematria trending on Twitter. But anyway, Close the Sky and Resident Evil both equal 142, right? 142. So I said, as a person that has played Resident Evil, you're using Close the Sky and you have a yellow umbrella. So that leads me to the Umbrella Corporation, right? The Umbrella Corporation in Resident Evil, which a company sat and unleashed a virus that turned everybody into zombies. This was the Umbrella Corp. So the fact that these Ukrainians are using umbrella and a yellow one, what is the significance of the yellow? I'm going to tell you. You see how I said, funny how they mention Resident Evil. We are talking about Umbrella Corp. And then I said, where have I seen this before? Yellow umbrellas. Oh, wait. Let's go there. Yellow umbrellas and the blame game, right? In Hong Kong. So this was called the Yellow Umbrella Protests. This was in 1997. You see how they're I keep telling you, those who do not know your past, you are doomed to repeat it. And you're going to keep repeating it because you refuse to look at how the past is. Remember, I say this. Those who do not know their past are doomed to repeat it. Okay, so let's continue. So in 1997, Hong Kong was transferred from British to Chinese rule under one country, two systems strategy. A 50-year term was imposed on the plan, right? So it's kicked off. A lot of people were not happy. It kicked off civil opposition and protesters that were carrying yellow umbrellas because they would use these umbrellas to protect themselves from tear gas and pepper spray. So the umbrella is a key symbol that protests have appended. Hong Kong is the humble umbrella. So my question is, why the fuck are y'all using umbrellas when talking about stuff like this? That's what I don't get. So let's continue. What I thought was interesting while doing my research last night, this was a pop-up. Meanwhile, in China, this was a pop-up. Why? Why does America need to know what's happening in China as a pop-up from CNN? Makes no sense, right? It literally makes no sense. So, let's continue. Hey, babe, you hear me good? Just let me know if you can hear me or not, because I don't, people come and they breeze out. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, so y'all are doing these pop-ups now. This is all predictive programming, by the way. Now, I ran the numbers for, oh, you can hear me. Good. Thank you, babe. Everyone that tunes in, again, happy birthday to my man. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so I ran the numbers last night. Mind you, see what time I was up? What time was I up? I don't sleep until my brain is rested. And I could not rest until I can get to the bottom of this, right? So I ran the numbers for Yellow Umbrella, which came up. The Saint Malachi prophecy of the popes. You're welcome, babe. And Yellow Umbrella, right? The ordinal is what stood out to me. 333. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate it. Oh, Angie's like, I have my popcorn and I am tuned in. Thank you, Angie. She's like, I'm tuned in. I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to mess the flow up. You see, I'm doing it now. I shouldn't have said nothing. Thank you, Angie. So let's continue. So I ran the number Yellow Umbrella, came up with 1753 for they changed it from the Jewish ordinal to now Latin. So this is the Jewish ordinal, which is now Latin. So I said, you know what? How is this 333? And this is 1753. So that means I said, Spirit is trying to tell me to investigate this 333 further. Because we know that I've been seeing 33 since I turned 33. So let's continue. And hold on to your hats, because I almost fell out my chair when I came across this. This comes up, sorry about the blurriness, is the prophecy of the popes. And the prophecy of the popes is attributed to Saint Malachi, an Irish archbishop who was a canonized saint in 11, you see this? 1190, right? According to Discovery News. So in 1190, which we said already, I keep saying 119, it popped up again. According to Discovery News, in his prediction dated 1139, his prophecy was that there will be 112 more popes before Judgment Day. And Benedict is supposedly the 111th pope. Right? Wow. See how that tied in? See how that tied in? Because today's the 11th, right? Today's the 11th. Watch what trick they got up their sleeve. I peeped this last night. So there is a couple of articles I put into the Discord. So please, if you're not part of the Discord, you definitely want to be part of the Discord so you can get an idea of these articles. I do have Telegram. I'm going to try to merge both the Telegram and the Discord users so that we can keep this together. Okay. So the last Pope, right? When Pope Francis took over the shocking resignation of Pope Benedict, the Catholic Church was in the midst of ongoing internal debates inspired by modern-day scandals. The Church itself was being forced to find a way to acknowledge the past while solidifying its future on the world stage. I like how they say world stage because this is what this is, right? Now, this is what I say about the predictive programming. Because when you start seeing things like becoming a meme, like for instance, Kobe Bryant, before he died, we kept seeing the meme on Twitter of Kobe and his daughter, and people were making memes about it. I know you guys remember that, right? So now this is the meme because Twitter decided to magically give us an option to put like pictures and a GIF or video. So this portion of the picture would be whatever video or picture you put here. But notice how people are using this box to put their content, right? Which is very, I'm not Catholic anymore. I was raised Roman Catholic. As a Catholic, I would be vehemently offended that you are using the Pope and where the host would be is you because you are the host. Get it? Yeah, we got it, Minx. Okay, cool. So being able to put videos and pictures in the same tweet is amazing. Why the Pope, though? Out of all the memes that y'all could use, you decided to use the Pope. So when that stuck out to me, I said, oh, something is going on with the Pope, y'all. They don't just make memes like that. Right? So I want you guys to pay attention, right? This is a quote that the Pope recently said. This was actually on the Sunday Mass. He says, this is why it's important to know ourselves, to know the passwords of our heart, in order to protect ourselves from those who present themselves with persuasive words to manipulate us. Once again, this is not an error, a mistake. He's saying this way for a reason, because it sounds very what? Computerized, right? Why do we need passwords to our heart? What is that shit about? Right? Because, you got a lot of people talking about misinformation. You got PayPal that's like, we made a mistake, an error. We didn't mean to, act like, the way that we have, and we apologize, and please don't delete your accounts. We already did that shit. But anyway, I like how this didn't alarm anybody. Well, I'm not going to say I like how it, but it just said, this don't alarm. If I was sitting in church and he said that, I would actually be looking up like, why did you just say that? This is why he said that. Okay. I found this article last night. Using your heartbeat as a password. Right? Researchers have developed a way to turn the unique rhythms of your heart into a form of identification. Really? Really? So this is from the Smithsonian magazine. Researchers have developed a way of turning unique rhythms of your heart into a form of identification. Is that the hack you're talking about, Pope? Is that the hack that you're talking about, Pope? Why do we need passwords of our heart? Because this is the second part of all that shit. Okay? This is the second part. Then he says in this article, know your spiritual passwords. See that? The Pope. It says, and they're trying to be so cute about it, Pope Francis shared a spiritual life hack for discernment at his general audience yesterday. It's the spiritual life too that has its passwords. Oh, oh. So do you mean that, is this why they are taking away our ability to do gematria? Can I please save this? I'm actually recording it and I'm going to upload it to YouTube too. Because you know, this way you can see what's on the screen. I don't like the little fogginess, you know what I'm saying? This is what the fuck is happening, right? A spiritual hack? This is why they are putting a paywall behind these calculators now, because I literally said to myself, I need to do research as to why they are doing this, right? And people that don't, no, I didn't say go into VR. We're not going into VR yet. not right now. We're going to go into the gematria website. I say gematria, however the fuck I feel that day. The gematria website was not like this. It was not like this. They don't give you all the ciphers. They don't, you have to become a member. And what bothers people, be like, just sign up for it. Just sign up for it. I'm like, why sign up for it? I'm providing my email. I'm providing my address. You want to have payment information for us to have access to additional calculator tools. Hold on one second. What? It's over here. Give me a second. So just give me a second. Hold on. So hold on. She wants to get me some. She wants me to get some. Hold on one second. Okay, I got the something she needed. So yes. 1 second. So these calculators, these ciphers, they want you to sign up and have a membership. They didn't do that before. Do you want to know why they're doing this? I figured it out. The Daily Show, right? I'm discovering the wonders of the world, Smooth Producer Midnight. The Daily Show did a little parody, and they drew attention to this website. Hold on, let me close my door. Hold on 1 second. They drew attention to this website, and now the owner decided, oh my God, it's trending. The calculator's trending, so let me monetize it. So there are other calculators, there are other tools, and what the calculator that they are eliminating is the Jewish ordinals and the Kabbalah ordinals. They don't want us to get access to that. So they want you to pay, get this, a whopping $4.44 to access additional ciphers. This is gatekeeping, because they know that we are on to the grand stage and what they are doing. Okay. They know that we are catching on. People have literally been tweeting, the queen is going to die this day. I ran the calculations and she dies that day. Or there's going to be something. And people tweeted. And guess what? That something happens. Exactly. They were very slick. Very slick. So let's continue. Now, there was a word that he says, the Pope. He says, above all, it is crucial to understand that only the Lord truly satiates the heart. I might be saying it wrong. My pronunciation skills are tridash, but I try. What is this, a satiation? We know that words have different meanings. So if I say good morning, right, you're not looking at the word morning as in time. I'm not looking at it as time. I'm looking at it as you are mourning something. You are saddened by something. You are grieving something. Good morning. Why is morning good? So we say grand rising, right? So thank you so much. This here, let's go into the psychology of this word that the Pope used, because again, I am a wordsmith. In psychology, psychiatric professional references, this word means a cessation of a desire or need by satisfaction of that desire or need. A short-term waning of an reinforcer's efficacy after it has been presented repetitively. Interesting. We're using words like efficacy. We've heard that before. We have heard this before. So if you're going to sit there and use words like satiation, hunger, the Lord truly satiates the heart. He's talking a lot about the heart, which I thought was very interesting. But where is the Pope today? What is the Pope doing today? What is the Pope doing today? Well, I'm not on his, I'm not his personal assistant. How you doing, Rich? I'm not his personal assistant. But explain to me, well, he didn't do this today, but explain to me how a couple of days ago, the Pope met with the CEO of Apple. Why are you meeting with the CEO of Apple if you're saying that people are turning away from God and they are addicted to their phones? Why did you meet? Nobody talked about it. Nobody said, "Oh, the Pope sat down with the CEO of Apple." Nobody said anything. But if they did, we didn't catch that. We catching that, Kanye shit, the Candace Owens shit. We're catching that. The Pope is meeting with Apple. Apple, we know that Apple, the first Apple computer that was sold was $666. We know this. Why is the Pope meeting with CEO? Okay, so let's talk about this. It says Apple CEO Tim Cook met with Pope Francis today in the latest stop on his tour of Europe, which included a visit to Apple engineers in Munich and a look around Apple's new London headquarters. Did you know they had a new London headquarters? Because I didn't. It says the tech exec appeared on the Pope's daily audience list, but details of the meeting were not disclosed because it never is. It never is. Why would the Pope want to meet with Apple? Besides the fact that they keep reselling us the same phone over and over and over again, the fact that they keep trying to track us, why would the Pope want to do that? So this article also discussed about a viral TikTok, right? A senior Apple executive quit the company after a video emerged of him boasting fondling big-breasted women. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So he left the company because he likes titties. So he says, they asked him on TikTok what he does for a living, and his response was, "I have rich cars, I play golf, and fondle big-breasted women, but I take weekends and holidays off," which then introduced a discussion about how women are not highlighted in tech. What is this? Like, so a dude that has a personal fetish, which I really don't care about, you say what you want to say. Everybody be, clout chasing on TikTok. Hey, I got money, I got this, I got all this. But the Pope met with the CEO. So he says, I think this is what they're saying over at Apple. I think the essence of technology and its effect on humanity depends on women being at the table. Technology is a great thing that will accomplish many things, but unless you have diverse views at the table that are working on it, you don't wind up with great solutions. Now, Apple shares are dropping, right? Wiping over $100 billion from the market cap because of the latest, 14 model. Why is the Pope interested in meeting with the CEO if he is literally stating that this technology is it's not good? It's not good. I want to go back into this. That's what I really wanted to touch on, was the spiritual passwords, right? The spiritual passwords. This is the last part. Know your spiritual passwords. He says, Just like on one's computer, where we know how important it is to know the password in order to get into the programs where the most personal and valuable information is stored, the Pope said, that discernment requires unlocking the passwords of our hearts. Pope Francis underlined that self-knowledge is key to discernment. When discerning whom to marry or what is called a priest or religious sister, the Pope said it is important to know what one's heart is most sensitive to protect oneself from temptation. He says also, the devil knows these passwords as well, and it is important to know that we know them too, so as not to find ourselves, but where we do not want to be. That's what he sounds like in my head. Temptation does not necessarily suggest bad things, but often disordered things presented with excessive importance. What is up with this? And this is why I say that today we have to be aware of what is being discussed and said in the headlines and what is being presented to us, because our subconscious is not really capturing these things, because people are so worried about the entertainment world. And the entertainment world is putting a huge curtain over people's eyes because they refuse to see the big picture. This has nothing to do with Kanye West. It has nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. It has nothing to do with Cardi B. It has nothing to do with Lizzo. This is all about things are going down. And those that are late, I've already covered that today, these are the things you got to keep your eyes on. Today, Ukraine folks have 24 rallies today. One of those spaces is in where? San Francisco, right? I've been talking about the Golden Gate Bridge. The other thing that I noticed too is that when you look up Close the Sky, because that's their hashtag, Close the Sky, you know who pops up a lot? Kobe Bryant. His name has popped up under this term, Close the Sky. No, excuse me, not Close the Sky. Golden Gate Bridge. Did I post up the Golden Gate? I don't think I posted up the Golden Gate. I got to post that up. That was on the tip of my brain. The Golden Gate Bridge is literally attached to Kobe. And I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to tell you what calculator I've been using. These mofos. Because this calculator actually shows you the words that are associated with other words and number searches. Right? So if I write Golden, you say I do a lot of research, right? Golden Gate Bridge. Yes. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get off. I'm just showing everybody one more thing. Nikola Tesla, 119. See that? We talked about 119, right? Golden Gate Bridge, right? 810, right? Now let's keep going. Because these are all words that are associated with that. You know what else you see here? Build Back Better, right? Build Back Better is 810, right? Let's keep going. And this is all good, especially, I don't mind the ads. I'd rather see ads than whatever. People got to work and, make their money. Here we go. 810. Who's that? I don't know why they called him Bean. Kobe Bryant, right? You see Kobe Bryant. Golden Gate Bridge again, right? The word dragon again. Wall Street. You see how these words are all popping up. Going to load more results. You're going to see more results. King of Sodom, right? Let's keep going. This is the part I want you to see. Kobe Bryant, 810, right? Kobe is gone. Amen. 810. Kobe was buried. 810. Right? Prince Philip. 810. So you see, this is why I tell people, again, build back better. 810. So what do all of these mean? To become one, right? I was just singing this song by the Spice Girls. To become one, I need someone. Yeah, Spice Girls, right? All I am saying to people, look, Joseph Biden Jr., 810. Okay, so all I'm saying is the obvious. The obvious here is that this is going to be a problem. My spirit is telling me something about this yellow umbrella is bothering me. It gave me the idea of like the salt joint salt. This is bothering me. Close the sky. And you see these little warheads. Pew, 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 pew. An umbrella is supposed to protect you from that. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Okay? So keep your eyes peeled. I will do this again. I'm trying to do this often. I just need these damn stream keys from these social platforms because, you know, it's just not the place to be talking about this kind of stuff. But you know me, I don't care anymore. If you're going to take mofos out, just do it. Okay? Just do it. Bruh. And you know, just do it. But keep your eye on this shit. Resident Evil, Umbrella Corp, Umbrella, these ads, right? China, right? They just launched their own solar observatory to study the what? The sun, right? The giant the mythology for the Chinese mythology about capturing the sun, right? The sun is yellow, right? That's another thing. Not that hideous white. Yellow umbrella falls under the ordinals of the Saint Malachi prophecy of the popes. They talk about the Pope Francis being the last pope. How you doing, DJV Live? Twitter, with them using the Pope as a meme. The predictive programming of talking about passwords to your heart. The fact that they're trying to create a situation where you can use your heartbeat as a password, as a form of identification. The Pope is requesting that you know your spiritual passwords. He also stated that the devil knows your passwords. And he has just now met with the Apple CEO, Tim Cook. Okay? Something is not right. Something is not right. And that's why I literally put it into my Discord, because you talk about it, people don't want to hear about it. They're like, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, you're a coincidence theorist. Yeah, okay. The only episode of Film House that was filmed in San Francisco was the title called Comet's Missing Adventure. So is there a missing comet somewhere? Is there a missing comet somewhere? Are you going to admit that Elon Musk has too many Starlinks up in orbit where you can't see even if a comet was coming? Right? This SHART mission. Okay, I call it a SHART mission because that's what the hell it is. A SHART mission. And they are meeting today to discuss this mission. All right, so make sure y'all pop into that Discord if you need to know the information. The Discord is here, discord.io/Minx Mafia. I'm going to upload this to YouTube as well. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know I had probably some people come through Station Head like, who the hell is this conspiracy theorist chick? What is she talking about? But this is the show. This is Wicked Observations. Get me your music. Stay tapped in and stay tuned.